Hey guys, what's up? I just wanted to go over a couple things tech related. Uh, I just recently installed Windows 8 on my gaming PC or gaming PC. It's a custom build. Um, I've actually put a couple upgrades into it because Christmas was like a month and a half ago, and I got some gift cards, so I put those gift cards towards a part for my PC because I got two parts that I wanted initially for Christmas. So I'll be talking about those, and I recently traded my laptop because I like the look of the one I got a lot better than the other one I had. So um, here we go. So the reason I installed Windows 8 on my custom build was because the laptop I got or traded has Windows 8 on it, or Windows 8.1. I'll eventually get Windows 8.1 on this one. Yeah, I'm currently recording from my gaming build. The reason I did that was so everything's in sync and stuff, and I will eventually get Windows 8.1 on this one. I just had to install all the updates and stuff first. So there you go. Uh, the parts that I put into this PC were the ones I got for Christmas were a Intel 530 series SSD, 120 gigabytes. The SSD I had before was a Crucial M4 64 gigabyte. I wanted more hard drive space on the boot drive because 64 gigabytes just wasn't really cutting it anymore. So this one's doing good. Hopefully it'll last a while, like space wise. I still have, well, I just did a clean install of Windows, as you know, and I got most my programs on there for the most part, and I have 80 gigabytes left out of 111. So that's 31 gigabytes already used up compared to a 64 gigabyte where if I put Windows on that one and install all my programs, that'd be half my space already. So I'm basically doubling my hard drive space, and I have a lot more room to play around with. So that's why I want an SSD. And the next part that I received as a gift was a new graphics card so my PC could be more game friendly. I had a NVIDIA GeForce GT 440 with a gigabyte of, can't remember the exact memory, like the type, but it could play older games or games that didn't need um, much power. Sorry about that. So the graphics card I got was a AMD Radeon 7770, I believe. It came from the XFX brand, so another good brand, I guess. And it's a beefy card. It takes up two expansion slots, like not the actual slot on the board, but the slots in the back where I gotta take the plates out. It takes out two of those. It requires a PCIe power connector from the power supply, which I wasn't sure if my power supply would support that, but it obviously does. I'm not sure why I'm yawning so much, but yeah, it's got 2 DVI, it's dual DVI, HDMI, and I think it has a display port connector on it too. Not totally sure, but so this card has improved my overall performance by quite a bit, so I'm happy about that. So I would show this stuff to you, but it's currently in the build and I'm using the computer to record this video. So the third part I got, or I used with my Christmas gift cards, is a upgraded processor. I guess you could say upgraded. I had my other processor. The processor I had was an AMD Phenom 2 X2 560 stock clock 3.3 gigahertz. It was only a dual core. I had that since I got the first since I got all my parts like together a couple of years ago. Like, I never upgraded the processor, and I figured it was time to upgrade, and that brought my performance up a little bit. I'll show you guys the box for that's my old processor, got from Micro Center. X2 560. I don't know if it's gonna focus. Oh well. But this thing it was a 3.3 gigahertz true dual core design with 7 megabytes of total cache. It's a socket AM3. So the processor is actually in the box because it's currently not being used. I might find a use for it, but I am getting this. My current processor, it's a AMD FX 4130. It's not a total upgrade, but it was on sale. It was $70 when it was originally $130. Not sure how long that sale was going on, so I decided to pick it up, and it boosted my performance a bit, and I'm able to overclock a lot more compared to the Phenom 2. So this one it's a quad core, 3.8 gigahertz, 8 megabytes of total cache. So it is better in a way. It is an upgrade. It's an AM3 Plus socket, and another thing I like about it is the fact that the stock heatsink, it's a beast for what it is. It has copper pipes and, like, oh my gosh, if I didn't have a aftermarket cooler already, this thing would definitely be going in there, at least until I was able to upgrade for an aftermarket cooler. Now, I wasn't really into overclocking since I get an SSD, but ever since I joined this Facebook group, I don't know, I just got more into overclocking, and so yeah, so those were the upgrades for my computer. hold on as I'm putting both boxes up there. I know it's AMD, but I don't really care. AMD, they're more of a, I don't want to say budget, but they're a lot cheaper than Intel. I like AMD a lot. I mean, so my current clock for my processor is 4.6 gigahertz, and the stock clock was 3.8. So that's a zero point 0.8, or I guess 800 megahertz difference, where for the Phenom I was able to go from 3.3 gigahertz to 4 gigahertz, and if I tried to go to 4.1 gigahertz, my computer would blue screen, so it wouldn't be stable. Well, wait, it's at 4.7 gigahertz now. I moved it up 100 megahertz. So those were my upgrades, and my laptop, which is currently charging, it is this is what it looks like. It's a Toshiba C55-A5300. Now, it's got Windows 8. But I've lived with Windows 8 before, so that's the reason why I'm living with it now. And plus, 8.1 actually makes things a little bit better. That's why I'm excited to get 8.1 running on this thing. So, my previous computer had a Intel Core i3 clocked at 2.4 gigahertz, and it had a 500 gigabyte hard drive, 4 gigabytes of RAM. Trying to think. Hold on. I'm gonna go to my specs and see what I can come up with. Let's see. Hold on. Sorry. Properties. So it had a. Ooh, I gotta clock my processor, because this thing says it's at 3.8 gigahertz and it's not. So my previous laptop had a Core i3 clocked at 2.4 gigahertz. It was a dual core, 500 gigabyte hard drive, 4 gigabytes of RAM, and the display was 15.4 inches. This one is like exactly the same, well, same specs except for the processor. This one is an Intel Celeron, clocked at 1.8 gigahertz, and the graphics are a little bit different. Like this one has Intel HD 2500, and the other one had Intel 4000. You guys might be asking why I swapped. Well, this one is a lot more portable. Like seriously, it's a couple pounds lighter, which makes a huge difference because I go to school too, so it's not a pain to lug around with me, and so that's like one of the main reasons why I swapped. And I like the design a lot better. It has a weird texture to it, but I like it. In my opinion, it makes it scratch proof. The other one was like a scratch magnet. You could like not scratch it at all. So that is why I swapped with my dad. and we got this computer for a very good price. It was open box at Best Buy, and yeah, so that's why I swap computers. And so I'm pretty sure I covered everything I needed to cover. And so yeah, those were the upgrades to my custom build. I guess you could call it a gaming PC now, because it has a good graphics card, or average, I guess. It can play better games compared to my old card, and my explanation on my new laptop. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Rate, comment, subscribe, tell your friends. I want to build a bigger audience, and so thanks for watching. Peace.